1 banana for breakfast, 90 calories. Lettuce salad and half a piece of bread for lunch, 300 calories. Cucumber salad for dinner, 80 calories. Total, 470 calories. That was it for the day. I spent the most of my middle school dealing with an eating disorder. It started from an article I read about tracking your eating. Write down everything you've eaten, and the guilt it creates induces you to eat less and less and less. Every week, I lost a pound, and this lasted for about 6 months. It started during my second year at a boarding school in the UK. I was a child with an extremely low self-esteem. If you were to meet me then, you would have seen the smallest girl in the class who couldn't speak fluent English, always hanging out by herself or with a very few friends. Accomplishing my goals in diet gave me confidence and hope that I could become my ideal self with enough effort. Living in a boarding school helped me hide my diet from everyone. The boarding mistress was taking attendance outside of the canteen every day to make sure we all ate. So I showed up for the attendance, picked up an apple, and went back to my room. I enjoyed being in full control of my weight. I didn't realize I was entering a bottomless swamp until it was too late. I still remember the fear I felt when I saw the shower drain filled with my own hair that had started to fall off excessively. I didn't know then that the interruption in my menstrual cycle was a bigger issue. I didn't know how to let go of my diet. And my family's decision was to take care of me at home instead of using therapies. The mere idea of having to ask for help made me feel ashamed. My family was horrified, though. My mother made every sacrifice and effort. She even flew back to Japan with me so that I can focus on studies, friends, anything other than restricting food. We suffered through without sharing it with anyone. Research by Stanford Medical School shows that with only 6 months of family therapies, 80% of adolescents' anorexia can be reduced. For me, it took 3 years to recover fully, but I was still lucky. Adolescents' anorexia can lead to problems in hormone balance, bone development, heart disease, brain damage, and many other complications. 40% of anorexia are chronic. They come back again. And suicide attempts after anorexia can be up to 20%. As I spoke with my Stanford classmates who have gone through a similar experience and successfully recovered through therapies, I started to realize that it doesn't necessarily have to be this way. And I started wondering what was causing the shame that I was feeling. Jian Tsai at Stanford Neuroscience Institute and many other psychologists define shame as a self-conscious feeling we feel when we think we have done something bad or wrong. It is similar to guilt in a way that it's generated when we don't meet our standards or norms. Whether we care more about how other people see us and feel ashamed, or we care more about how we feel about ourselves and feel guilt, is dependent on cultural context. But the root cause is the same. We think we have done something bad or wrong. And for some of us, the mere idea of going to a therapy and seeking help causes this feeling of shame. Seeking help is bad because it's a show of weakness. But would you consider someone going to a gym as physically weak? We have no problem getting a trainer and a self-assessment and planning a workout. So how is improving our mental health through therapies so different from improving our physical health through gym? I witnessed a similar sense of shame at my first apartment in Tokyo. I heard this strange knocking noise from the floor above every night from around 10. At first, I thought the family above us was using some sort of fitness machine and made a complaint. The noise went away for a few days, but it came back again. So one night, I decided to go up and confront the family myself. I was getting really annoyed. As I approached their entrance, I heard this girl's weeping voice leaking out of their door. I still knocked. And I realized that the source of the noise was their oldest girl hitting on their living room wall. She had developed a symptom of autism a year into the top-ranked elementary school in Japan. The family was trying to take care of their daughter themselves, just like my family. I've had problems too. I think you can ask for help. How I wish I could have said that on the spot. Instead, all I did was I said that I acknowledged the situation and walked off. And to this date, it is my biggest regret. I wonder how much pain I could have removed if I could tell them about my own story and make them realize that their problems didn't mean there was something uniquely wrong with them. I wonder how supportive I could have been if I could explain to them that seeking help is nothing to be ashamed of. Do you remember your first day at the GSB? We were told that nearly half of the MBA students go and visit the on-campus therapy during their 2 years. This surprised me, and it comforted me. If I have a problem again, I can ask for help. But I know how hard it is, as you're entering that bottom swamp, to take a step back and seek for help. This is why I want you to be there, open and supportive, when your family and friends are in need of help. If you have an experience in dealing with mental issues, I want you to share your story with your family and friends. Sharing can remove the stigma associated with disclosure. I want you to learn about the services around you. If you're a Stanford student, you can use the on-campus therapy for free because it's already covered by the campus health fee we're all paying. At Stanford, it is seen okay, or it's even encouraged to seek for help when we're having problems. But in many other places, this is not the case. Look back at your own community. Was your family, your friends, or even your employer open to the idea of seeking help for mental issues? If not, I want you to join me in becoming the first supporter of seeking help in your community. I want you to open the people's mind to the fact that seeking help is nothing special. It's just like going to the gym. Thank you.